Grid failures ripple across continents. News tickers mention attacks on power systems and enemies testing limits. Airports fall dark, control towers go quiet. This video shows what a 7-day blackout looks like and how you get through it. In this kind of crisis, the power loss does not start with one fallen tree. It starts with strikes on big substations, gas pipelines, control centers, or deep cyber attacks that target grid software itself. The damage is planned, not random. Modern grids are stitched together by high-voltage lines, shared control rooms, and fuel networks that feed power plants. When key nodes go down, automatic protection trips more lines and plants to keep equipment from burning out. In a normal storm, crews from other states roll in with trucks and spare parts. In a World War-level crisis, there may be no safe region to send help from, and many spare transformers and control units may be gone or unreachable. Governments try to isolate damage, keep nuclear plants safe, and guard fuel depots. Military networks fight to stay alive on their own generators. By the time you notice your lights are out, grid operators already know this is larger than any one town. You are living in a regional or global event, not a local glitch. In the first 2 hours, national systems stagger. Traffic lights die. Subways and trams stop where they are. Some airports flip to emergency lighting, then shut down runways when navigation tools fail. Refineries and ports pause operations until they know what is safe. Mobile networks still run on batteries for now. Some radio stations stay on air. Information flows, but it is broken and slow. You hear phrases like cyber attack, unknown cause, and precautionary shutdown. At home, you check the breaker, look outside, and see whole streets dark. Your phone signal still works, so you message family and friends and scroll for news. Many people treat this like a snowstorm outage. Authorities focus on hospitals, emergency lines, and key government sites. They ask grid operators for fast estimates and try first restarts, often without success. Your best moves in this window are simple. Check for gas smells, obvious fire risks, and anyone who is trapped in an elevator or stairwell. Fill sinks, tubs, and bottles while the water pressure still holds. Keep the fridge shut. Call or text your core contacts once, then save battery. Driving out just to look around or lining up at gas stations only burns fuel and time you may need later. As hours pass, control rooms accept that this is no normal breakdown. Restart attempts fail again and again. The language inside those rooms shifts from short outage to extended loss and unknown timeline. Backup generators hum to life at hospitals, data centers, and some water plants. Fuel starts to burn at a rate those tanks were not built to support for long. Every extra light left on in those buildings now eats into hours of future care. Air travel moves into full emergency mode. Planes divert, hold, or land at the nearest airport with a safe runway. Many flights are canceled outright. For most people, card payments stop. ATMs go blank, stores close or switch to cash only. Phone networks weaken as tower batteries drain. This is the window when you should quietly change your mindset. Treat this as something that might last days. Use candles or battery lights in 1 or 2 rooms, not the whole house. Do a calm inventory of food, water, medicines, and batteries. Agree on a simple check-in plan with family while messages are still being sent. Running a home generator non-stop for comfort or driving around all evening trades short-term ease for long-term pain. The first full night without power feels different from any storm you remember. Streets and highways lie in the deep dark. Only scattered windows, station lots, or towers show the glow of generators. Police and emergency vehicles are easy to see now. In many places, patrols increase at first, then thin out as fuel and staff run short. High-rise buildings start to feel the limits of water systems. Pumps that once pushed water to upper floors are silent. Inside your home, you are learning how dark true night is. There is no orange haze from streetlights. Sound feels sharper. Dogs, distant voices, and the hum of a few generators all cut through the still air. Your focus on this first night should be simple. Choose one main room for sleeping and spending most of your time. Use the safest lighting you own, such as battery lamps, and keep open flames low and away from clutter. Eat a small, easy meal that uses some food that will not keep, but do not treat this like a party. Lock doors and windows you do not need. Keep one light and your keys in the same spot so you can find them quickly. Late-night walks just to look around offer little value and add risk you do not need. By the second day, grid managers and leaders accept that this is a major crisis. Some regions are kept dark on purpose to protect damaged lines and plants. Water treatment plants are running on backup fuel if they can. Many utilities issue boil notices where any channel still works. In other areas, there is only silence and guesswork about water safety. Food systems are under strain. Refrigerated warehouses and store coolers are moving into the danger zone. Some managers choose to hand out meat and dairy before it spoils. At home, taps may slow to a trickle or stop. Toilets do not refill well. Fridge contents are now risky. Freezers are still cold inside if doors stay closed, but that safety margin is shrinking. Do not spend hours in chaotic lines if you already have some supplies. Ignore water quality now, and you may pay for it in sickness later. By days 3 and 4, many generators are close to empty. What fuel remains is guarded or directed to hospitals, key government buildings, and military units. Electric trains, trams, and subways are still. Roads are less jammed now, not because lights work, but because fewer people want to waste fuel they may not replace. Supply chains slow to a crawl. Some trucks still move where fuel exists, and drivers feel safe. Many warehouses and depots sit half-used, either unreachable or unstaffed. Public order looks different depending on where you live. In some blocks, neighbors form watch groups, share food, and keep things calm. In others, empty shops and homes draw thieves. Police respond where they can, but response times stretch. Inside homes, boredom and stress build. Adults are tired of constant small decisions about opening the fridge and sharing supplies. Your focus now should be on order. Protect remaining water, food, and medicine from both spoilage and theft. Create a daily rhythm with set times for meals, cleaning, and rest. Check on older or isolated neighbors if it feels safe. Skipping sleep, leaving supplies scattered, and letting every small argument grow into a fight only make you weaker for whatever comes next. If the blackout reaches days 5 through 7, many urban systems are at their limits. Most refrigerated food is spoiled. Fuel stocks outside priority sites are nearly gone. Water quality is uneven and fragile. Local governments that still function may set up visible distribution points for water or basic food. Curfews or checkpoints may appear in some places. Other areas see very little official presence and rely on local groups. Hospitals and clinics are under hard strain. Only the most urgent cases may be treated. Many people stay home with problems that would normally send them straight to a doctor. In your home, exhaustion is real. You know what you truly had stored and what ran out. This is the moment to review. Honestly, how well did your water storage hold up? Which foods lasted? Where did you waste fuel or time? Adjust rationing for the next few days as if the power might not return soon, even if you hope it will. Avoid letting hygiene slide. Trash piling up, dishes left dirty, and waste handled carelessly all set the stage for disease. Large, risky trips driven by anger or cabin fever rarely end well. When the grid is down for days, your world shrinks to a few core needs. Water, calories, warmth, hygiene, information, and basic security decide how you come through the week. For water, aim for several liters per person each day. Use clean containers and lids. Treat suspect sources with filters, tablets, or boiling when you can spare fuel. For calories, rely first on shelf-stable foods. Canned goods, dry grains, and nut butters all pack energy. Choose cooking methods that use little fuel, like simmering in a single pot with a lid. Hygiene matters more than comfort. Simple hand washing, wiping key surfaces, and handling waste with sealed bags or covered buckets all reduce sickness. Information is still useful. A small battery or crank radio can bring word of repairs, hazards, or aid points. Write down clear updates and phone numbers. Security is mostly about common sense. Lock doors, stay aware, avoid bright displays in dark windows, and work with trusted neighbors when possible. If this kind of steady planning helps, subscribe to the WW3 files for more breakdowns. Real-world disasters show a pattern. On day 1, most people help one another. Neighbors share phone chargers, boil water together, and check on older residents. Fear exists, but so does basic decency. Over time, as supplies shrink and clear news stays scarce, stress erodes that spirit. Small slights feel larger. Rumors spread faster than facts. Groups can split into us and them without much reason. Before any crisis, you can stack the deck slightly in your favor. Learn a few neighbor names. Notice who has tools, medical skills, or gardening experience. You are not building an army. You are sketching a loose web of support. During a 7-day shutdown, keep trades simple and low risk. Share information, help carry water, or cook one joint meal from thawing freezer food. Agree on basic quiet hours and how people move in shared halls or yards at night. In a 1-week event, small acts of organized cooperation can keep a staircase, street, or village from sliding toward chaos, and they make it easier to restart normal life when the lights return. When power finally comes back, it will not look like a movie ending. Some regions will light up before others. Outages may return as crews test lines, replace damaged gear, and learn what still works. National focus will rest on repairing key infrastructure, checking for sabotage, and deciding which zones get early fuel, food, and repair teams. For your home, The first light switch click feels huge, but water may still be unsafe. Fuel will be rare and expensive. Store shelves will refill slowly, and some items will stay missing for a long time. Take a breath. Restock in a calm way, not with panic buying. Think about what you actually used, what sat untouched, and what you wished you had. Write down what worked and what failed in your plan. Fix weak spots while the memory is fresh. Maybe you needed more water containers, more light options, or a better way to contact family. Small changes now are easier than during the next crisis. Emotionally, some people feel relief, others feel jumpy or flat. That is normal after long stress. A 7-day wartime blackout would show how tightly your life is tied to fragile systems. The lesson is not to live in fear, but to give yourself a little margin. A 7-day blackout would be harsh, but not hopeless. You cannot shield the grid, but you can build habits, supplies, and relationships that help your home through the dark.